You hear it everywhere, right? The conversation around AI and layoffs is just so loud. It's this constant hum of fear and uncertainty. But what if we're all looking at this from the wrong angle? What if this huge disruption isn't an ending, but actually the start of something much, much better? Okay, so let's just start with the most important thing I'm going to say today. If you've been laid off, if you're worried about your job, or even if you're just questioning everything right now, please just let this one thought sink in. This is not the end of your story. And look, the panic is totally understandable. It feels personal, even when it isn't. Every single headline out there seems designed to make you anxious. So it's really important to just acknowledge that feeling. That uncertainty you might be feeling, it is completely valid. But once we sit with that fear for a second, what happens if we look just beneath all that noise? What if there's a quieter, more powerful shift happening? Maybe this disruption isn't just happening to us. Maybe it's trying to teach us something really important about what work means, who we are, and how we can start rebuilding our lives on purpose. And that brings us to the real heart of the matter. What if this forced pause isn't a sign that you failed? What if it's actually an invitation, a chance for a serious, meaningful reset, and not just for your career, but for your whole life? Just look at these two paths here. On one side, you have the scramble. We all know this feeling, right? It's that mad dash to update your resume, hit the job boards, and just try to jump back on the exact same treadmill that just kicked you off. But on the other side, there's the reset. And that's the choice to just pause and rebuild with some real intent. The reset really starts with this question right here. When that daily grind suddenly disappears, your whole perspective shifts. What flaws in the system, what frustrations, what needs that weren't being met do you now see with total clarity? See, this isn't about what job you can get. It's about what problem you can finally see. And that leads us to this really crucial shift in how we talk about this. It's about redefining your status. If you've been laid off, you are not broken. You are not redundant. You are available. And that one little word, it changes everything. So let's break that down. What does being available really mean? Well, for one, it means you're ready to notice problems you were just too busy to see before. It means you're free to see the cracks in the systems you used to work in. And maybe most importantly, it means you're open to actually build something instead of just trying to belong to something that already exists. You see, that simple mind shift from feeling broken to knowing you're available, that is the key that unlocks everything else. It's how we turn the very real pain of all of this disruption into a totally unique perspective, a perspective that can actually fuel the creation of something meaningful. And this is where it gets really exciting. What if we stop trying to handle all this alone, in isolation? What if we came together? Not just to vent, but to form these focused little communities dedicated to solving the exact problems that our new perspective has shown us. And the opportunity here is just immense. The problems are everywhere, in every single sector you see on this list. We're not talking about minor tweaks here. These are the fundamental pillars of our society, and they're all just waiting for people with fresh eyes and real experience to come in and build something better. This slide here just lays out the whole journey perfectly. It starts with a pain, right? That pain then gets transformed into a unique perspective. That perspective helps you create real-world solutions. And those solutions, well, they become the foundation for sustainable work, for products, services, and companies that create real value. So, what's the takeaway from all this? The message is actually pretty simple. This isn't an ending for you. Not at all. This is the starting line of a brand new chapter, one that you actually get to write yourself. And I really need you to hear this one more time. If you're feeling paused, if you're swimming in this sea of uncertainty and questioning absolutely everything, you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to start something new. So maybe this whole reset, this whole crazy process of turning pain into perspective, maybe it's all leading you to the start of work that doesn't just pay the bills, but work that finally deeply feels like it's yours. So if any of this is resonating with you, if you're ready to go from being available to taking action, you really don't have to do it by yourself. There's a community called The Untold Truth that's designed to be a space for exactly this, for purpose and for growth. It's a place to connect with other people who are on this very same path. If you're curious at all, there's a form in the description you can fill out to connect. Your next chapter could start right there.